Microsoft conducted a survey just recently asking a fairly interesting question that could change the landscape of console gaming, especially within a digital era that we live and play in. And they had asked all fellow ex-boner owners out there whether or not they would be interested in the idea and premise of taking their digital games, trading them in, getting credit, and then getting brand new games. So if you played through a title 1,000,001 times and just butchered the living shit out of it and made it your bitch, then you can go and get rid of it. You're going to give up the license to that game, it's no longer connected to your account, and you'll be gone with it. You're giving back 10%. That's the amount that they're offering right now, which is kind of a slap in the face by comparison to what most stores out there. So if you've ever just raged over the amount of credit that you've been getting, this is going to be along those lines. But I look at it like this. They're not getting something tangible in hand that goes onto store shelves. They're just pretty much taking back the license from you, and they can make infinite amounts of copies of these digital games, so to them, this is pretty much just an easy way to get you to cave in to buy something else. And if you've got a big bevy, a fucking treasure trove of digital titles, then you could probably get like 1 or 2 full release type games. But in an era that we live in today, where on consoles, handhelds, PCs, on tablets, on smartphones, where we're downloading apps and games all the time, this is a fairly common routine. I always go for the physical variants when applicable and possible, but if there is no option for that and none in the foreseeable future, then sure as shit, yeah, I'll just go and get the digital version because I don't want to miss out on the game. You know, and there's a lot of people out there who have gotten games regrettably. They've been like, some unfortunate sap that got a game like Gone Home, for example, and thought, wow, that was a fucking stinker. Seriously, that's shit diving right there. I don't even understand. That can suck a basket of dicks. Get that the fuck away from me. So, getting back some of your money, that's not too bad. Though, I personally prefer the whole way that Steam does, and you just get your money back within a certain time period because it just sucked that bad. I should have done that with Gone Home, but I didn't pay anything for it at the time when I got it, so I can't really fucking complain, now can I? But seriously, this is something that I'm kind of curious, will this become commonplace and normal? Assuming that they go ahead through with this, because keep in mind, it's a survey. They're just trying to gauge the audience reaction and what people would be likely to say. And their questions were fairly routine going through the survey, but I thought the idea of this is kind of nice. But one thing to point out, I just hope that this wouldn't turn into one big catastrophic clusterfuck where they decide, well, since we're allowing for people to trade things in and they can get back just a measly 10% of the overall value and cost of the game at the time of the trade-in, well, we're gonna have to raise the initial price of everything from that point going forward, so everything will initially be more expensive because they have that option always made available. Whether or not people even decide to go and cave into it remains to be seen, but I would just hope that they're not stupid enough to do that. I've always thought that digital games should be cheap as fuck. I don't even understand how a digital game goes for $60. It makes no sense to me at all. A physical game being $60, okay, yeah, I can understand that shit. I still say it should be $40, but I'm a cheap fuck, so what can I say? But digital games should not be expensive. PC gaming has taught me one thing, and that's digital games, cheap, does very well. Blows up the whole scene. Look at mobile gaming. Again, shit is super fucking cheap. Doesn't help that a lot of them are free to play, but not free to truly play, as we all know, where motherfuckers are just like, I'll drop a couple G's on that. They'll be completely fine. Oh, no, pay my bills? No, I'm not doing that shit. That's nonsense. I need this new character. No. I understand that I have bills to pay, but I need this new character. So you might want to just calm your shit down with being an adult and just trying to, you know, take care of business. This is business now. So, yeah. I don't care about the electricity. I'll go and charge the shit at McDonald's. Free Wi-Fi, too. So, fuck all of you. Yeah. Then addiction sets in. Oh! But would you actually trade in digital games? I know people are sitting on tons, fat fucking stacks of games everywhere. Whether it's on their handhelds or consoles or whatever the fuck. And some people would be more than fine to trade them in. So, would you go and take this up as an option if it was offered on your Xbox One, or if Sony decided to jump on this bandwagon, Nintendo jumped on this bandwagon, would you be into this idea? I have no clue. But an option being made available, I'm fine with. So long as it does not fuck with the initial cost in the way that everything else does work in, like, on their services. The minute that it does, that's when this can go and fuck itself right in the poop chute, don't want to deal with it at all, that's when it becomes a bad idea. But it being an option, just there as an option, I'm fine with that. Options are always a lot better than not having them at all. Because I know that there's a lot of folks out there that they depend on trading shit in because they only have enough to afford X amount of games per year. You know, you could be paying tons of different college tuition bills. You could have all sorts of bills ranging from your rent to your utilities. You could have child support. You'd be paying back on loans, like everything. Just imagine what you're paying all the fucking time. Just the cost of living is insanely high. So not everybody has enough to go and fork out for tons of games. So this is at least an option to get something out of that. To me, that's not all that bad. Opinions, thoughts, feelings, there's a comment box. Type away, say things. And, you know, I said ex-boner owners. If anything, that should get a thumbs up from everybody for that. It amused me when I said it. Plus, you know, taking a dig at Gone Home. I'm sorry, that game fucking sucks. This is AlphaOmegaSin, as always, nerds, nerdettes, and gamers game. The fuck